Hey guys, and welcome back to 5-9 Gaming. We're continuing on our little series of our top 10 tier list for the year 2020. In this video, we're going to be covering the top 10 EZA units. We are not looking at the EZA LRs. We will have a free-to-play list going over the free-to-play EZA LRs, so don't worry about that one. So in today's list, again, just like all the other ones, it is with... Actually, it's not like all the other ones, because in this video we have Sunblade and we have Xeno Kensei, who gave us our list to go over. And basically what we did was we used some calculations on where we placed units, and by pretty much doing the calculations we've came up to this list. So Mr. Sunblade, let's start off with you. How are you doing today, man?
Yeah, good morning here from Germany. Yeah, still kind of sleepy, but I'm ready to do this. Happy to be on here.
Absolutely. And Mr. Xeno Kensei, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty well. It's like midnight over here, but I am ready to do this.
Awesome. Glad you guys are here. And to you, our viewers, definitely let us know what you guys think of this list. We will be going over our individual list, so make sure to watch the entire video to make sure what you figure out our brains, our what we think about units and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and start off with our number 10th slot, which is actually Berserk Kale, which was originally, I wasn't really thinking of her as in a top 10, but Mr. Sunblade gave me some really good insight on her. Would you like to go ahead and jump into that?
Okay, so yeah, Berserk Kale, she is pretty amazing. She is a tank and an offensive powerhouse. She has a great chance of performing an additional super attack with that immense damage multiplier at SA 15. And yeah, because of her, I finished Extreme Super Battle Road for Super Physic without Gotenks, because Gotenks was the only reliable leader for me at that time, except Kale. And yeah, I believe, Gacha, originally you had Caulifla at number 10, and the problem I have with her is that she requires a Kale on rotation, and Berserk Kale doesn't have that restriction, so I have her at number 10.
Yeah, which is a very good point, actually. And I have no issues putting her at number 10, basically on my own list as well, because again, that 70% chance of launching an additional super attack is insane. And, she does have her damage reduction. She is very good, and, she's just firing huge shots of damage consistently, constantly. Very close, pretty much a little bit of a better version of the Super Saiyan 4 Broly, if you think about it, because the only difference is she has damage reduction and he doesn't. So she's very, very good. So let's go ahead and move on to our number 9 spot here, which is actually one of my personal favorites, Mr. Extreme Tech Buff Boo. Xeno Kensei, I'll let you go ahead and take the charge on this extremely good unit.
Actually, I never used them at all, to be honest. Like once I got his EZA, I have never actually I used him once in Extreme Tech at the SPR. And he never impressed me at all. Like he did, one minute because I had him at 2 dupes, and then he was not doing anything at all. And then I never got his links up there, so maybe that's why he didn't really got me like in his grasp. So like keep us 3 and 100% attack it's fine, and then attack and defense by up to 100%, which is okay. That's right, 100%. And the HP, the more HP remaining, the greater, and the stats boost, which is, I mean, it's great to have that. Like the more HP you have, like the greater the stats boost is. That's okay, but like sometimes when I use them in that stage, I just like die like instantly. So like I don't really have them in my list per se. So once you look at that, I don't have them on my list, but I understand well and how you guys actually put him in the number 9 list, because he does that damage received by 20%, and then when HP is 80 more, and then he recovers 5% of HP at the end of turn, which is an attack was received. So I mean, I understand that's pretty good. I don't know if he's the answer for Extreme team for that stage, but I don't know. But personally, me, I think he's like either 11 for me, but I understand how you guys put him in the number 9 slot.
Okay. Yeah. I completely. That's actually why I went ahead and gave it to you, because I did notice he wasn't on your list, and it's always good to hear like 2 different takes, because I absolutely love Buff Boo. I do know in Extreme Super Battle Road he might not be taking double digits from normals. But when that damage reduction does kick in and you have him super attack, because remember, he does get defense on super as well. And you have to have him in a good link set, because again, if he's linking up with another Boo unit, which he could run with the Extreme Tech Boo, the Dokkan Fest one, he does pretty well, especially when he has his links active. He can hit like 2-3 million attack sets in Extreme Super Battle, so he could definitely do very well there. He heals. He has a great link set. I've got him all the way to 4 million attack stats and long events. He's all around very, very good, but I do respect your decision on not putting him on your list. I do understand that you only have him with 2 dupes from what I've heard, where me and Son probably have him rainbowed at level 10 links, which is what I currently have my buff at. He is level 10 links and he's rainbowed. So anything that you want to throw in there?
So, yeah, can say first off, I respect that. I respect that. But yeah, I have him on my list too, I think, at number 9. You will see that right at the end. And yeah, this guy is doing work. With the introduction of the Int Kid Boo EZA, you really want to run the South Supreme Kai Absorbed Boo with him on rotation. It's crazy. Maybe you guys saw the race with Goresh I did for the International Tournament of Power, and this rotation was absolutely crazy. And the amount of damage he does is great. His super attack raises defense for 1 turn. He recovers HP. On Extreme Tech ESBR, he works really well with the Tech Exchange Boo. I love the run that rotation. That's one of the reasons why I actually beat this stage. Yeah, his performance overall really convinced me, especially since the arrival of the EZA for the Int Kid Boo.
Yeah, I completely agree. This next one, I am going to take AGO Rose in our ace spot. Absolutely love this unit. I thought he was a tremendous unit when he came out. He's still a tremendous unit now. He's great in long events. Extreme Super Battle Road, I've noticed that he does have some issues because he does have to get hit to get his, for all his defense. But once he gets smacked around a couple times, you see those numbers really significantly drop, especially if you have him super attack. The support passive that he also provides to Extreme is phenomenal. So I do think that he does definitely deserve the number 8. I do understand why he might be a bit lower, because again, it does take a little while for him to fully build up. He does need to get hit a lot to get that 180% defense. So it's completely understandable, but he's a phenomenal, very good unit. Super, super good. So I'm glad he made it onto this list. So let's go ahead and move on to number 7, which I'm going to go ahead and pass over to Sunblade, because I did see him that he was pretty high on our list, actually. Omega Shenron. You want to talk about him for a second?
So, yeah, STR or Omega Shenron. One of my favorite cards in the game, not gonna lie. First off, when he's on rotation, you get basically a free Wheeze, because he lowers attack of all enemies by 40%. That's pretty crazy. And what I actually love about this guy, that he completes a niche team, in my opinion. Like Full Power, it's a team that you don't see very often, and he buffs that. Yeah. He's a support type unit for that team. He works extremely well in several rotations, like the Tech, Goku, and Frieza. If he's on rotation with them, yeah, the LR will do like crazy amount of damage, and that's good. What's holding him a little bit back at the same time is that he's only good in this particular team, and maybe Shadow Dragon Saga. And Shadow Dragon Saga becomes more and more of a problem, because super types are taking over now. Like before the release of In Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, you had Oceanus as a leader, and you took him in the team, the STR Omega. But now, like the Super Saiyan 4s are overwhelming this team a little bit, so I can see why he's being left out here and there. But yeah, STR Omega is still very good for Extreme STR, even though we have the Turles now and the Bojack. Yeah, he gets forced out of some teams, so that's why he's only at number 7 for this list.
Yeah. Respect. He's very, very good. I feel like a lot of people don't talk about him much anymore, but for our Extreme Super Battle Road runners, he is a godsend. He makes it so much easier for that no item run, especially if you rock 2 of them on both rotations. It's amazing. So moving on to number 6, we have our boy God of Destruction Topo, one of the better EZAs in the game, one of my all-time favorites actually, and Mr. Zeno Kensei. I know for sure you've been able to use this, man. How do you like him?
Oh yeah, Topo. Yeah, he's insane. I like him a lot, and I wish I put him higher in my list, but you will see at the end. Yeah, this guy is like good. I think he's like one of the best support types in the game. Just because once he EZAs, He supports his allies with the super attack, which is rise attack for like 30% for 1 turn, which is really good. And then he gains himself like a little bit of buff for attack and defense plus 70%. And then he provides key to the whole rotation and attack and defense plus 40%. I think before it was only attack and defense plus 35%, so a 5% buff is really good. And then all allies minus 70%, which is really nice for extremes for battle road. And also, I think when he is like 70 or less, he gains a damage reduction by 4%, which is really amazing for like SPR, for Goku's event, and like the history event. So he can pretty much tank, which is really nice. But like this guy is like really good. He has like one of the good links in the game. He has Supreme Warrior, which is really nice. Key plus 2, attack plus 10%, and then shocking speed, a really good key link there. Then Godly Power, which is a really good link that if you run with like the LR Blue Fusions, the LR Blue Boys, and other ones that like who else? I forgot who else, but Run of Power, a really good link as well. Key plus 3, attack defense plus 7%, and of course First Battle, which is a really nice link there. And then of course using good counter, which is the final trump card. I would kindly say Universe 11 is kind of good, but it's lacking some units there. One of the best categories in the game, which is Realms of God, which is that is a nice buff. And also I'm surprised, well actually not surprised, but Space Trapping Forces, which is another category that came to JP, and that's really good that Topo is in that category to support the new Bojack. So this guy is actually really good, and I wish I can put number 1, but there's a lot more better units in this list. So
respect. Well, thank you so much for explaining all that, because Topo is a very, very phenomenal unit. Personally, number 5, I'm gonna go ahead and take this one because I love Kid Buu. Kid Buu is a unit that I really want LRs, double LRs, whatever they want to do with Kid Buu, I'm down for it. And his EZA was very, very good. I know a lot of people kind of they put him down a little bit because he does lose his defense after the 30% mark, but even then he's barely ever gonna pass that line, especially if you're rocking Majin Power, because his link set, the healing he does, you know, he's gonna be hitting 4 or 5 million attack stats. He's great defensively for the most part. I get it, he's not like a top 4 or top 3 defensive unit, but he has enough defense, and the amount of damage that he brings to his teams is just phenomenal. Especially like in Extreme Super Battle, like he could be knocking out bosses in 1 hit. You know, 4 or 5 million attack stats will do that, especially if you start getting those crits and additional. So I do think Kid Buu definitely belongs at number 5. I do understand that obviously, you know, looking at this list, the 4 above him definitely I would say are better. So I'm pretty happy keeping Kid Buu here at number 5, but I'm definitely happy that he did make it on this list.
I agree.
So next we have Blue Goku at number 4. And I'm going to go ahead and pass this to Sunblade because I actually watched your video. You were the only showcase I watched for this, man. And I did know you liked him a lot.
Oh, yes. So, so first off, I might be a little bit biased here. But I think he's actually one of the best EZAs in 2020. So, when you look at his kit, when you look at just at the text, you might think like, he's okay. But when he actually attacks, it's like crazy. He gets easily an attack set of 3.5 million, and he buffs the attack set of the Realm of Gods allies by 20% and the critical hit chance by 7%. So I automatically thought like, yes, I have to play this guy with the physical Vegito Blue on Realm of Gods. And it works so well. So now I'm using him as a floater. And whenever Vegito Blue is on rotation, like this rotation is doing work. And like the Goku himself, as I stated, he has a 3.5 million attack set, and post super attack he has like 200k defense. Nothing can stop this guy on this particular team. I would like to rate him higher, but the thing is like he's only really effective on Realm of Gods. But that's good enough in my book. He's really, really, really good for a non-Dokkan Fest exclusive card. And yeah, everyone has him rainbowed. He's astounding. He's really, really good.
Yep, I completely agree. I can't wait till he comes to global. Unfortunately, I have to wait a little bit longer for him, but I can't wait to get my hands on him. I already have him at level 10 links prepared. I'm excited to see what this man does. So number 3, Mr. Kensei. How do you feel about Super 17?
Okay. So First of all, this guy was not the greatest when he first got his EZA. He was decent that you can put him in a team, but like these units on the list, he was not on par with on their level. So once this guy got his EZA, this guy is really good. He greatly resists attack for 1 turn, or attack and defense, my bad, for 1 turn. Lowering the defense, greatly lower defense, it's alright, but not too much of a like a big matter thing for him. But in his passive, reduces damage by 40%, and then he gains key to himself to up to 3 times, well, up to 3, which is really nice. And then attack up to 150, which is really nice. I didn't think that they'll do that to him, but also he also gains more damage reduction with each attack received. So he gains like 7% damage reduction, which is really nice. So this guy is easily could be like in one of the like extreme AGL teams, and he just got to tank really well. And also he supports the target Goku category, which gives him a 70% chance to do a critical hit, which is really good because some units need that, but others don't. But it's a really good chance that in the target category, they could potentially create, which is really nice. But the only thing that I see, the only weakness with this guy is that he does not have big bad bosses, which is kind of hinders him a little bit. But I really wish that in the future, once we get a transforming or fusion of the 17, hopefully that 17 does have big bad bosses in the future. So that is my take on, and that's why he's in the number 3 spot in both, I think, all of our list. So yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, no, he's insanely good. Love this unit a lot, man. He has one of the best EZAs, one of the best units in the game. Love him. So number 2, fortunately I was able to rock Int Gogeta on my JP account. I was able to finish him up there, so I do have some play with him. I tell you, into like the legendary Goku event, Extreme Super Battle Road, Int Gogeta definitely deserves to be up there. He does so much damage. The rainbow orbs that he, the dodging, the extra 40% attack he could grab, like he has a very good kit. It's very different from the SDR Gogetas, which was in some fact, I was kind of worried that they were going to do something boring with this one, but no, they did a very good job. He could hit 4 million attack stats. He's good enough defensively for hard events. Extreme Super Battle Road, you can't be throwing him in the first slot, of course, because I would never say, take the chance with the dodge, because I believe it's only like it's a 25% chance for him to dodge. So I wouldn't really say it's worth it in that front slot. But if you throw him in the second, you let him raise his defense up too, and you just watch him just destroy things. Like he could be one-shotting bosses sometimes. Like this man is absolutely insane. So I definitely respect him being at number 2. And number 1, I want to do a bit differently because it is Physical Vegito Blue, and I'm sure all of us in here have something to say about this guide of Dokkan Battle. So we'll start off with Sunblade.
So yeah, Physical Vegito Blue. I don't know what Akatsuki has done with him, because if we remember back at Christmas 2019, Akatsuki revealed that AGL Rose and Physical Vegito Blue will get their EZAs, right? And Physical Vegito Blue is much stronger than AGL Rose, and I think, like look at the super attack. Greatly raise attack and defense for 1 turn. That's 50% attack and 50% defense, or well, 50% on the super attack multiplier. And he does multiple supers. And post super, he counters. And that's so much damage. In my opinion, that's too much. That's too much damage. I don't know what they have been drinking.
Yeah.
This guy is doing work. Me as a speedrunner, like, he's so fast. He finishes off enemies so quickly. You see that in my races. Man, this guy will be hard to replace. Especially like Tech Vegeta Blue, the TOR will get an EZA at some point, and it will be hard to top the physical guy. I'm already scared what Akatsuki will do with the tech one.
Oh, yeah, sure. I agree. So Mr. Zeno Kensei, how do you feel about Physical Vegeta Blue?
Just like what Sunblade said, this guy is just insane. He's crazy. When he first came out of Global, he was like, this guy is actually the best hero in the game just because his counters, and also you want to focus on this guy just getting the crit. So you want to go full critical, And then if you have like the best equipment, like a level 2 critical, a level 5 silver critical, and a level 5 gold critical, this guy is gonna hit a lot harder. And then just the RNG of his passive, where he's like, you can super attack 4 times in one turn, which is that's a lot of damage. Like this guy is doing like in total, I'll say around like 10 million attacks that if you do get 4 super attacks in one turn, which is insane. And somehow if the opponent lives, this guy has like once the enemy attacks, this guy has like a big like a counter like attacks that is like a critical 1 million. And then just like this guy's insane. He's really good at SPR. He's really good in the Goku's event. He's really good in all stages. Like this guy is just insane, and I applaud the Akatsuki for doing this. But like this guy is just ridiculous, and I really hope that I really wish that Akatsuki made Rose his equal. But I understand. So that this guy is just like the best hero in the game at this moment as an EZA.
Yeah, I completely agree with all of that. Extreme Spear Battle, this man destroys legendary Goku event besides the STR boss. He destroys Dokkan events. Everything in the game, he finishes quicker than everybody else. They were, I don't know what they were thinking when they made them. So I completely agree with all of that. So that concludes our top 10 list. Now for our last portion of the video, we're going to briefly go over each tier list, starting with mine. Unfortunately, I forgot to download mine, guys. So it's pretty much identical to the main one. The only difference was I had Super 17 as number 2. Just because I'm more about the defense. Super 17, his defense is insane, but literally everything else. And then I had Khalifa as 10, which I ended up changing for Kale with Sun because he didn't help me understand that. Because again, Kale does have not many restrictions. So, you know, Khalifa's main thing being effective against all types, she does need to be with another Kale unit. So let's go ahead and move on to our next list here. I believe is actually Mr. Sun's, which is very identical to our main one as well.
Yep.
Which is very good. It's very good. There wasn't too many differences between me and Sun's, so that's very cool. And then obviously with our last one, you know, coming us 3 together, which, you know, I'm glad we got to do that. You know, 3 different minds coming together to make a list is always fun, rather just make it your own. So and then let's go ahead and move on to Xeno Kensei's, which yours was a little different in a good way. You know, I honestly forgot about how good physical, you know, Fat Boo was, and Int Trunks. Those are 2 very interesting ones that you threw on that list.
Yeah,
you know,
because
you like using them pretty often.
Because I actually think Trunks is underrated, just because sometimes most of the game you're gonna be facing a lot of Realms of God, especially now that we're going into the 6th anniversary. But we don't know for sure what's coming to the 6th anniversary, but this guy can potentially really good against the Realms of God's team, and this guy just can like affect it to all types. He can provide himself with orbs, he can nuke, and this guy just can do a ton of damage. And that's why I like about this guy. And also Fabu, his links at max links, this guy's ridiculous. He's doing like 3.3 million, sometimes 4.4, like 4.2 million if you get the right rotation. This guy is doing pretty good damage, and it's like they made a bit like this guy was like the worst card in the game, but once they EZA'd him, they give him like one of the best kits for this guy, and that's why I put him on the top 10 list. But I understand why you guys put Kayla, because she's actually really disgusting. Like I haven't been playing with her a lot lately, but once I get up to max level 10 links, that will change my mind, because I actually been working on our links lately. So once I get to that, that would change my mind for sure.
Very cool, very cool. And it's always good to have different takes on units. You know, they weren't on my list, but yeah, you're completely right. And Trunks is very underrated. He's extremely good, and so is the Boo. So to you, our viewers, that concludes our top 10 EZA units for 5-9 gaming. That is Sunblade, me, and Xeno Kensei. Make sure to check I believe it's our website. So, you know, you could check out all the social medias on there. Check out the 5-9 website. Check out the Discord, the Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, the Facebook page. We have all the social medias that you guys could think of. So make sure to stay tuned for all of those amazing announcements that we have on all those pages. So with that being said, Mr. Sunblade, Mr. Xeno, I appreciate you guys so much for coming on. Is there any last minute things you'd like to go ahead and throw?
Yeah, so yeah, I would go ahead and just say that I personally had a little bit of trouble with the tier list, because a lot of characters on there are really close together. I can see Topo easily be 1 or 2 positions higher, maybe even 3, because of the new Space Traveling Warriors team. LR Tech Jiren is on that team too, so that rotation is ridiculous. So his value is already a little bit higher. Yeah, so don't be mad at us if you disagree. I can totally see some characters be higher or lower because they are so close together.
Yeah, very cool, very cool. Respect. And Mr. Zeno Kensei, do you have any to close off with anything?
Yes, I just hope that we get physical cooler soon, because he's gonna look disgusting once he gets EZA. So hopefully, maybe he could dethrone physical Vegito Blue, but I highly doubt it. But I think he'll be at least top 2 for sure.
I agree. And that being said, my final statement is make sure to check out all the other videos on the channel. We have a Pokemon Showdown tournament going on. We have Dragon Ball Legends going on. The iTop stuff has not been posted yet, I don't believe. So make sure to check that out. If you guys haven't checked out all the previous races, go ahead and do so. Those are a lot of fun. We have a lot of tournaments. We have a lot of podcasts. We have a lot of content on Twitch as well. So go ahead and check out all of those if you guys ever get some free time. So we appreciate all the support. Remember to like and subscribe to the 5-9 Gaming YouTube channel and all that great jazz. I am Gotcha Talks. We have Sunblade and Zeno Kensei. We'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody, and peace out.